easy, but getting out could, like Gaza, take months.
Well, for analysis of the situation, let's speak to David Deroche, Associate Professor at the Middle East Institute at the National Defense University in Washington. Thank you for joining us on the programme, Professor. As we're hearing there from Frank Gardner, setting out the delicate political and military tensions or dynamics in the region, what impact do you think Nasrallah's death could have on those dynamics?
Well, it's a profound impact. I mean, Nasrallah was a charismatic leader, but he was also one of Iran's most trusted proxies. And reportedly, with him, the deputy commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Quds Force died as well. So what you've got is the most trusted source of exported expertise that can go to places like the Houthis to help build up their missile forces, as well as the most credible check on Israel's military actions. That's been removed from the battlefield temporarily. So it's a profound blow for Iran's security apparatus.
Yes, all eyes on Iran, a key backer of Hezbollah. It's under pressure to respond from its allies in the region, but it doesn't want an all-out war with Israel. So will it respond, and what could that look like?
Well, the fear is not so much of an all-out war with Israel. The fear is of attacks on Iranian soil. So the Iranians are really collectively traumatized by the war with Iraq in the 80s. And this strategy of building up Arab networks to basically keep Iran's perceived enemies at a distance is a result of that. So they're going to try to keep doing that, but they do have to have some sort of performative measure, if only to keep order within their alliance with the Houthis and other groups. What I suspect we'll see is strikes on shipping, but far removed from Israel, and possibly terrorist attacks directed against Israeli or Jewish interests overseas, places like Africa, South America, or Europe.
So the potential for tensions to escalate and questions as to whether American diplomacy has failed in the region as we see what's happening in Lebanon. Do you think it's too soon to say that?
Well, it's always too soon to say it because events can develop. But it's clear that Netanyahu sees that he has a once-in-a-generation opportunity to eliminate Israel's number one threat, and he is going to exploit that. It's also clear Joe Biden is the lamest of lame ducks, and he is not in a position to really deny Netanyahu from exerting what he sees as a security imperative. At the same time, though, I think that Iran is stunned. And they, quite frankly, don't, you mentioned in the report that the supreme leader had to relocate themselves. They are compromised and they are afraid. So it's going to take a while to figure out what's going to happen.
Thank you very much, Professor. That's David Deroche, Associate Professor at the Middle East Institute at the National Defense University in Washington.
Thank you.
Now, in other news, the MP Rosie Duffield has